back to great matchups here between these two teams, and now it's going to be domination. So, Red, what do you know about domination here on Freight?
I know that most people go for the B flag way too much. It's with every map, but this one especially because you have so many high points where you can get sniped, especially in red. Most people camp up in red and they can just take you out off B immediately, or white. So you really just want to try to go for the split as much as possible.
Yeah, you definitely do, but sometimes that split is very hard to get, and B might be the closest thing to getting points on the board. And we're going to see which team can do that quickly, as right now it looks like Vacancy is suffering from being down 2 men early. That was Silent and Caribou that got taken down. Now Savior and now Greasy. So that's 4 down for Team Vacancy. And now it's Government in full control of this map. And they're just out slaying right out of the gate.
As Dino's going 4-1, he just went off right at the bat of the game. I think he's going to really show a lot of aggression. He's going to be a player to watch for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a player to watch. He's out there very, very offensively minded, as we did see on that blitz on the same map here earlier that they did end up losing. So right now they're playing angry, as it's Dino that's making his way back to mid-map to see if he can get some picks here with his MTRX.
Yeah, and it's looking like Vacancy is just not giving the aggression as before. You know, Domination's one of those maps you just have to be very, very, very aggressive, and it looks like it's just Government that's showing up.
Yeah, they are completely showing up right now. Dino will get shut down, but Vacancy will allow some more kills to go in Government's favor as they're down once again, and this is starting to spiral under control, or out of control, I should say, for Team Vacancy, as it just cannot stay alive right now, and the slaying power by Government is just too much to overcome at the moment as they maintain control of Charlie and Bravo, and they are starting to pile on these points. Your score right now is 37-20.
Yeah, and Sin, he's just going off. He's 8-2.
Absolutely going off. 8-2 for his team, 7-3 for Peanut, and Dino is 5-4 and 4-2 for DZ. So all of them are doing really well. And notice that they don't really have to capture too many flags when they're just out slaying their opponent the way they are. So right now, the only flag capture that Vacancy has is their home flag. And now they're trying to change that by trying to contest Charlie at the moment. But they're starting to fall short. They're not being able to win those gunfights.
But notice, as Peanut is back there, he is watching that C flag. He knew they would go for the split.
Yeah, he did. But right now, they're in a lot of disarray, as it is Dino that will get the neutralization to get a player baited to run right past him. Will he see him? He will, but unfortunately he gets stuck on the barrel and cannot respond, and so that push falls up short, but he stops the points for Team Vacancy for a little while as they take a commanding 34-point lead now going into the 2-minute warning.
And Vacancy, they are just getting outslayed. They're just running around. They don't know how to counteract this at this point. They're just getting outslayed straight from spawn.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because they can't seem to really defend that home flag very well, as now they do swap home flags. Dino will pick up Charlie, and now they're right back to how they were before, just absolutely dominating here in the front area of white and just keeping this map perfectly sealed off.
Yeah, Vacancy's gonna have to answer back. They're gonna have to pick up that aggression if they want any chance at this.
Absolutely. And what do you think they actually have to do? I see that Vacancy Savior is using that AR, and he's losing some of those close quarters gunfights. So what would you recommend here if you were their coach and you were right there with them in this match?
I would definitely tell them to put someone in white and put someone up in red. They need this map control. They need more ARs out on the floor.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. But they need their ARs in the sight lines and not right there on the objective, as they do finally start to get Alpha back. But they're going to exchange flags once again, as I'm going to go back on board with Dino. And Dino is trying to get that Bravo flag back. But finally, it's Vacancy that is responding here very well near the end of the match. But unfortunately, it's only 30 seconds left in this first half. and the lead by government is just huge at the moment, 94-50, and they will be able to most likely cross that century mark as the time will expire.
Yeah, and just notice that, you know, you can always make a comeback, but you can't show up late to domination matches. You have to just take it, you know, and at this point, it's just kind of lost on the first round. They're going to really need to bring some heavy aggression if they want to make any chance at this domination.
Yeah, they definitely have to bring in some heavy aggression as my prediction for that century point mark. It falls short a little bit as it's 99-60, and that was a very good lead by Team Government on that first half. 39 points by Government that they take into the next half. So look for VaCaNcy to start really aggressive on the second half here to get some points and get them quickly.
You know, this government, they're starting to really impress me now. They're awake now. I'm starting to notice they're bringing that aggression. They're here to play.
Yeah, they are here to play, and they're playing out of their minds right now as they were just outslaying everything. In fact, I think they killed a few of those freight and boxes as they ran by them. They were just absolutely doing so much work. But VaCaNcy is not out of this one. They are leading the series 2-1 on this best of 7. And now we're going to go into the second half in about 60 seconds time. So they've got some time to regroup. They've got some time to see if they can get some strategies going. And Jess, this is going to be a crazy second half here for VaCaNcy. I know they're going to be aggressive.
They're going to have to be, and it looks like they've got just one AR out. And that's a little bit strange, especially if you want some aggression. You're really going to need some AR control, but it looks like they're only going to have one. Which is strange for them to have it in the hands of Savior, who is not really a AR player. So this is going to be a very interesting round for me.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for all of us involved here, as we're going to see Savior is using that Remington R5, and he's got that red dot and the muzzle brake, so that's going to help him with those long-range kills. But the thing here with Freight is that you're going to need to really be competitive at closer range, and you really need to make your shots count. So let's see if Savior is going to go top Owens and play for picks or go to top red. We will see right now, as he will actually get the home flag so that he can then overextend to that sideline area and start to pick up some kills.
Yeah, and notice how VaCaNcy, they're making that slow push towards B, and they will get shut down. They're just getting outslayed.
Yeah, they're getting outslayed, and I don't know exactly why they are, but it's just, I guess government is just making their hosts work for them really, really well. As Bravo is going to be neutralized, no one has picked that up, so it's a tie game right now, 5-5, as B is being contested by government, but Savior making that R5 look nice, I should say, as he's warming it up and getting some picks here from top red.
You know, and that's what you really got to have. You have to have that AR control, and red and white are the two best places on this map, as he's going 4-0. He's just completely going off with this Remington.
Yeah, he's going off, and he's just perfectly picking him up, literally making all of his shots count, and that's exactly what he needed to do with this particular loadout. He is just really taking it to Team Government right now, and if they keep playing like this, they might make that 39-point deficit look like a scoff, as finally Savior is going to get taken down, and just like that, they are now losing their map control, and Government is set to be able to pick up this Bravo flag if they can just be aggressive and push up.
It's all about that red control. As soon as your red player is taken out, you kind of lose your map control. And let's see if they're going to be able to bring it back, because they're rushing for B that they are losing at this point. It looks like Caribou's going to go behind, and he will take someone out, but he's not going to go straight for it. It looks like he's going to try to go for some kills, and he will get shut down.
Yeah, he will get shut down right now, as it is Team VaCaNcy that is trying to get this Bravo flag, but that's two down there for VaCaNcy, and it's Savior and Caribou left alive. Now Savior right back on top red, but the cat's out of the bag. They've seen it before, and they shut him down, so he will go down once again. But let's go on board with Ascend here. He is 9-3, trying to pick up that Bravo flag, now 9-4, as 3 go down for Team Government. and now that push has fallen short. So right now, it looks like this game is going to be determined by who decides to go for that overextension and get that flag decoy capture there to maintain some good map control here.
It looked like it was going to be Greasy. He was back there at Brewery, but he did get taken out. He wasn't noticed.
Yeah, he wasn't noticed. He was being a sneaky beaver there, as he will unfortunately get taken down there. So right now, Ascend all the way back playing some defense there for his team. Team Government, though, they've got an advantage because they still have 39 points that they have in their favor from the first half. So if you're Team VaCaNcy, you have got to be aggressive and start getting flag captures now, because pretty soon they're about to be mathematically eliminated.
And there you have it. Dino did get taken out, as he did have VaCaNcy on the spawn trap, but he was shut down. Thankfully, they will be pushing forward.
Yeah, they're pushing forward. They're being somewhat more aggressive here, but Government is trying to snuff it out as well, as they are right there on the prowl, trying to be able to pick up some kills here. But Dino's going to be a little bit passive, so I'm going to go on board with Peanut, who's going underground. And finally, we see some decoy flag captures here, or attempts to, but he's actually just going for a flank, and now he's going to retreat to bottom Owens to just wait for them to start spawning in front of his gunfire, but he will get taken down. And now it is definitely a game that it's just VaCaNcy won't be able to come back on this one, because they're working with a deficit, and pretty soon they will be mathematically eliminated here, Red.
And the thing I'm noticing about this team is they start off so strong, and then they just let it get away from them. You can't let things get away from you. They get too emotional and they just let it get away from them. You have to keep that aggression. You have to keep going at it, but they don't, and it makes them lose their map control, and they just can't get it back.
And they can't get it back right now, and they're really running scared here. But the score, finally, there is a lead change here, and it goes in favor of VaCaNcy. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, it goes in favor of, yeah, it was VaCaNcy there with a little bit of a lead here, 4 points. But that 39 points is going to be way too much for them to be able to surpass here, as they have lost this game already. And now it's Government that's going to respond and tie the series 2-2 on this best of 7. And ladies and gentlemen, there in the chat, we have got a hell of a matchup tonight between Government Gaming and Annex.VaCaNcy. And on your final kill cam, that's Caribou with that amazing 2-piece. So yeah, really good jobs there by both teams, but it looks like Annex will go down on that one, and Government will take that win. So it's 2-2, John. 2-2.
2-2, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about.